HTM. It's time for City Beat, your source for all the latest news on the city of Thompson. Only on 102.9 CHTM, your radio station.
I'm Molly Gibson Kirby, and this is City Beat. I'm joined in the studio by Mayor Tim Johnston. If you have any questions you'd like answered, give us a call at 677-8181, or you can email chtm@arcticradio.ca. To start off, Tim, what kept you busy this past week?
Well, it's been a fairly busy week, obviously with the weather picking up and a number of the spring-summer events kicking off. We had a fairly active few days. First off, last Friday evening, I had the opportunity to attend the memorial at the RCMP detachment to recognize the three fallen RCMP members from Moncton. So I appreciated everyone coming out. It was a tremendous turnout. I was very pleased to see so many youth there to pay their respects, and I want to acknowledge the organizers that put that event together. It's very important, and as I said that evening, I think that that measure of respect for all first responders and emergency personnel, it can't be one night. It has to be throughout the year. These individuals, whether it's the RCMP, Thompson Fire and Emergency Services, or many of the other agencies, constantly put themselves at risk to ensure that we're safe. So I was very pleased to see the turnout and the event hosted. On the 14th, I had the opportunity to attend the Glacier Test Facility Open House. That was a phenomenal event. I want to thank Glacier and its partners for holding that event and making it available to the community. It had an awful lot of people visit. I think there were an awful lot of good questions, and it's great to see people get a better understanding of what actually is taking place there, and also the plans for the future, because this is something I think that we can all be very proud of. This is a part of diversifying our community and, quite frankly, economic opportunities in the north. So it was great, and again, I thank them for providing that opportunity. This week on Tuesday, City Manager Sepatelli and myself, as well as Councillor Robinson, who is the AMM rep, traveled to Flin Flon to attend the AMM's Northern June District meeting, which is held annually. It was a good opportunity. Minister Struthers was there, so we had an opportunity to raise some of the issues regarding the City of Thompson and his jurisdiction, as well as discuss with some of the other northern mayors some of the issues that are on the table right now. So I appreciated that chance. And then yesterday, Wednesday, I had an opportunity to meet with Chuck Davidson, the Manitoba Chamber of Commerce president, who was visiting the community. Had a very positive meeting with him. Appreciated him taking the time and traveling to northern Manitoba and having the opportunity to sit down and talk about how we can work together in terms of recognizing and advancing economic opportunities here in the north. He's from northern Manitoba. He has a lot of experience in the north, so I really do look forward to working with him and members of the Thompson Chamber of Commerce. And then last night was a very busy evening. Two great events took place here. First, I had the chance to briefly visit the book launch regarding the new book, Northern Lights, the Arnold and Gail Morberg and the Calm Air Story. Gail was there, and it was a great evening just listening to some of the excerpts from the book and hearing Gail tell some of the stories. This is a phenomenal success story of a northern company. I often said it's one of very few head offices that we can claim here in Thompson, but more importantly, it's about the people, and Arnold and Gail Morberg were phenomenal northerners, and their company contributed to this community for many, many years, and the rest of northern Manitoba. And so it's not just a business success, it really is a personal success, and something that I know Gail and her family should be very, very proud of, and as a community we should be very proud of what Calm Air has been able to achieve. And then after that, I had the opportunity to attend the Nickel Days VIP reception, and great evening. It's great to have Nickel Days back. It looks great. The setup's there. It's the first year we're going to actually be on asphalt, so it sounds like there might be some rain, so people aren't going to end up completely covered in mud, hopefully. And of course, the King Miner contest, honorary driller, honorary King Miner were named. I'll save that for Murray and Saturday at the event. So I want to thank Wendell Fitzpatrick, the president of Nickel Days, all the volunteers, all the sponsors, Valley, United Steelworkers, for holding a phenomenal event. And then, of course, that leads into the weekend. There's a number of great activities. We've got the Lions Club heading up the parade on Saturday morning. We've got the King Miner contest opening Saturday, and then of course the social and the midway. So it's going to be a phenomenal weekend. It looks like the weather's going to try and cooperate with us and get people out and enjoy it.
All right, so let's talk about Nickel Days. How does Nickel Days benefit Thompson economically?
Well, let me tell you, you're going to see an awful lot of people visit this community this weekend, and I say that Nickel Days isn't just about Thompson, it's about providing an opportunity for northern residents to come in, and this year especially to shake off the winter blues, because it was an awful long winter. So I anticipate a number of people visiting our community. That's great, and it really creates that sense of excitement, and for many people this really is a kickoff of summer for Thompson and the north. So it has a huge impact, whether it's the sponsors that are contributing or the people traveling in. And again, from my perspective, it really is it's one of those events that defines Thompson, and I want to commend the volunteers for continually putting it on, and the agencies come together to make it really a special event.
Okay, so the biggest question probably that residents have is parking. And we know that previous events in Thompson have had parking problems, and now we're expecting people from other communities to come here, and Nickel Days is in the parking lot. Where are people supposed to park?
Well, there's a number of options for people. First, I want to let people know the parking is not allowed on both sides of UCN Drive, and we're going to have lots of families, lots of youth there, so please adhere to the parking regulations. We have parking lots available in and around the area. Encourage people to follow the signage. In addition, there's parking lots immediately across the street that are made available. There's Westwood parking, and so I encourage people. You might have to walk for a minute or two, but let's be safe because safety first. And I think we're going to be able to manage it as long as people are reasonable. And so this is a start of really the facility at its conclusion in terms of the additional parking, and we're going to have to work it through. I don't think we're any different than any other major event in other communities. People have to move. We're going to have the bus service available, and hopefully people will find a way.
All right. I know that the splash pad might have been delayed opening. Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I just was made aware of this this morning, and when a resident advised me, so I've had a chance to talk to our administration, and I think the position of the city is we need to get this open ASAP, and whatever it takes, because this is a tremendous asset, and when the temperature is going to hit 27 degrees, it should be open. So my understanding is their administration is doing what they can to expedite and at least get it up and running so that people can enjoy it.
So other than the splash pad, when do the pools and the wading pools and stuff open in Thompson?
Yeah, normally the outdoor wading pools begin after sort of the Canada Day and around July and August, and the plans are still up and running. Obviously, we're getting close to the end of school, and that's really when most of our summer programs, camps, outdoor pools take off.
All right, so let's talk about National Aboriginal Day. It's happening on Saturday. How is this significant to our city?
Well, again, I've said it many times, we have the largest percentage of Aboriginal residents of any city in Canada. In addition, we are as I have often heard from others, we're the downtown for northern Manitoba. So Thompson and the future sustainability of this community, whether it's economically or politically or just as a community, it largely depends on that interaction and that relationship with the surrounding communities. And I think that the organizing committee does an absolutely phenomenal job on National Aboriginal Day here in Thompson, and I think it's a great opportunity for residents to come out and take in some of the events in terms of the culture, the tradition, the heritage that's going to be on display. And McLean Park, encourage people to come down. The grand entry is going to take place at 1 p.m. It's going to be a phenomenal Saturday. If you kick it off with the parade at 10 o'clock, I believe, you're going to immediately go from there to see the opening of the King Minor contest, and then you can go from there to see the grand entry at National Aboriginal Day. So believe me, there's something for everyone this weekend. Encourage people to get out and enjoy the events.
Okay, and let's just talk about that. It's now summer, Saturday, summer. What are other plans that the Thompson has for the summer?
Well, we'll get our programming up and running. We're going to have concerts in the park again. We're going to have the children's camps through the rec department. Again, we touched on the outdoor rinks. The facilities are up and running in terms of the athletic fields. The tennis courts are up. The skate park. So really, I encourage people to give the rec center a call in terms of some of the events that are taking place. But we try and program a number of different things for people and encourage them to take advantage of those. One of the advantages that we have in Thompson is that we offer a tremendous variety of programs that are geared towards families and youth, and encourage them to get out. We are we're very fortunate to have some of the facilities that we have, and again, it was a very long winter, so I know people are itching to get out. And the calendar may say summer, but boy, with the weather right now, this is about as good as it gets sometimes in terms of our weather. So enjoy it now.
Okay, and roads. Now that it's summer and we had a terrible winter, what can people expect with road cleanup and road production?
Yeah, we're getting near completion of the first pass of the city, and that's good. In terms of the street sweeping, it's continuing now, and we'll continue to do that. The potholes are still an issue. They seem to appear after every rain. There's a few new ones. We have our crews out, and encourage people to give Public Works a call, 677-7910, to the main switchboard if there is a pothole they want to report, and we'll get out and do that. I had a chance. I've been at a number of events, so I've heard a number of different locations. So we'll get on those. My sense is we're starting to catch up a little bit on some of the stuff in terms of the breaks and the potholes. But just to put into perspective, I believe on Monday morning I was advised that we had 8 water breaks currently that needed to be addressed, and last year at this time we were likely 1. So it was a huge impact in terms of the weather, and took us a little bit of time, but I appreciate the efforts of our crews out. We're doing just about a break a day, which is huge for us, and but we're constantly getting hit with new challenges. One of the ones that I've never really seen before in Thompson are the sinkholes that we're seeing this year, and again, there's this huge deterioration of the roads. So you have to do the immediate work, which we're out doing, and then obviously you have to do the long-term capital replacement. People may have noticed the corner of Riverside and Thompson Drive North, where one of the capital projects is being staged in terms of pipe being fused together. That pipe is actually going to be moved over, and it goes into Thompson Drive itself from approximately Broadway, I believe, down around to the other end of Beaver towards Cree Road and Thompson Drive. So we just had to stage it there, but I was very pleased that we're actually that much ahead of some of the capital work. So encourage people to please take care and caution in and around our crews.
All right, we've actually run out of time, so I'm just going to give you some time to say goodbye to the listeners.
Well, again, we're now kicked off 10, 12 days of celebration in this community. Long winter. Encourage people to get out, have fun, take in the variety of the events, because we really benefit from the efforts of so many volunteers, and it's going to be a great weekend. Hope everyone has fun and it is safe.
Perfect. Thanks for coming in. This has been City Beat. Join us again next Thursday for more questions and answers with the mayor. For 102.9 CHTM, I'm Molly Gibson Kirby.